What is up, guys? Jim's here from the Light of Virgo YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Virgo sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of August 23rd and September 22nd, then you are a Virgo sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of June. Where has the time gone? We are halfway through 2018. I can't believe it, personally. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Okay? But yeah, today we're going to be focused on what June is bringing and how you can make June the best month possible. We're going to be using the Robin Wood Tarot today. This has been trimmed and edged and also shuffled, so it's ready to go. So if you would please just give me a moment to center myself, cut the deck, and deal the cards down, I would appreciate it. One thing that I would like to say before going too far into this reading is that this is a general reading. It applies to a large group of people, so not everything is going to be specific to you. So I encourage you to take what resonates for you and leave the rest. But if you do want a more personalized reading where I tap into your specific energy, then you can head on over to my website. The link is in the description box below. It's www.lightofriga.com. And that's going to be the place to check out crystals, check in on my free daily readings, as well as book a personal reading with me. So I'd appreciate if you go check that out, lightofriga.com. All right, cards are out. Oh, but what we're also going to do is we're going to consult the Untamed Truth Oracle. And we're going to ask it what message it has for Virgo sun signs for this June. What message for Virgo sun signs for this June? And we'll take a look at this card at the end of the reading. Alright, let us get into it, Virgo friends. We're going to look at these cards individually and then see what they have to tell us as a whole. And I'm seeing some pentacles, kind of a mixture here. So let's dive into it, see what it's got to tell us. The first card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the energies of last month. So the energies of May, and we've got the Ace of Cups. And I'm getting the feeling of emotions really rising to the top here. Maybe a new emotion, possibly for some of you. Maybe this is an old emotion that's really become more intense. But the feeling I'm getting is that May was a time for you to really feel the cauldron bubbling over, so to speak. The cauldron of emotions were bubbling is the feeling that I'm getting for May. And not too much negativity here. Maybe for the majority of you, this was some positive emotions. Maybe you're feeling uplifted and fulfilled and loved. Yes, for some of you, this may have dabbled into negativity, but the main message I'm getting for Virgos is that this was a positive thing. This is a happy thing. This is you finally allowing emotions to come out, basically, is the feeling I'm getting. And no matter, even if those are negative emotions, that's a positive thing. You know, if you've been holding back your emotions and then one day or 1 month or whatever it is, suddenly you're like letting it all out and releasing it, no matter what those emotions were, that is a positive thing. Alright, let's move on over to this card, which represents the current present energies now at the end of May. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that you're feeling like getting back on task, getting on track, putting in work. I think a lot of you love to work. You love to be creative. And for whatever reason, maybe because of the overwhelming emotions, you haven't been as focused on creation as you may have been in the past. And I think a lot of you are starting to get back on track, basically. You know, doing what you do every day. Whether, you know, for some of you, it's creative, artistic expression. For others of you, it's your job. For others, still, it's your career. And, you know, I don't know what it is specifically for you, since this is a reading for a large group of people. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling that you're just feeling like it's time to put work in, time to get back to the grind, so to speak. Alright, this card here represents the energies of next month. So the energies of June, we've got the Judgment card. And to me, this is saying, you know, we got a woman rising from the ashes here. Speaking of cauldrons, this one's on fire. But the feeling I'm getting from this card is rejuvenation, coming back with renewed vigor, having a new energy, and almost like going through a metamorphosis into a new person. So I think you're going to see June, you're going to be a different person than you were in May. Is kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this, that major transformations are likely to occur in this coming month. Maybe revelations are going to start to come up, which creates change, which might create a change in your perceptions, which might create a positive change in your reality. So I'm definitely seeing June as an opportunity to maybe start anew, start fresh. Not totally fresh, of course, but have this new energy about you that's it's sort of like a blank canvas, and you can do whatever you want with it. So yeah, June's looking great. June's looking like a new opportunity for my Virgo friends. So let's head on over to this card, which represents what to hold on to in the month of June. And we've got the Knight of Wands. I think this card is saying that, take that energy, take that fire. We see fire here, we see fire here. Take that fire and put it into motion. If you're feeling rejuvenated and you're feeling like a new person, or something, just a new energy about you, channel that and put it into something. Put some energy, put some action into the world, and kind of ground that new energy into something physical, into something tangible. And that's going to really improve your month, because it's going to give you a focus, it's going to give you drive, it's going to give you an objective. And that's all great things, especially now since it seems like you're wanting to get back on track. So June's going to be a month for you to put in a lot of work or a lot of energy into the things that you're passionate about. And I feel as though that you should put as much as you can, because this is going to be a month where you're going to ride the energy wave to success. Right? All right, let's go on over to this card, which represents the biggest hurdle or obstacles you're likely to face in the month of June. We've got the Two of Cups, more cups here, which means more emotion, which to me means, I don't know, there might be some trouble with close friends, families, or romantic partners. I see possibly some strife here. Maybe, if you're really bubbling over with emotions and you're going through a new energetic phase, perhaps the person you're closest to, whether it be friends, family, or romantic lover, the person that you're closest to might not understand it. They might not be on board with it. They might not even recognize it and just see something as being different. So it's going to perhaps strain that relationship, possibly. Whenever we change, the people around us generally don't change with us. And so it's very hard for them to understand what's going on and to grasp it. And that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this card. So maybe, opening the lines of communication with your loved ones and telling them how you're feeling and expressing what you're thinking and just being a little bit more open will help them to understand what you're going through, and then they can, help you go through it. Okay? So let's focus on this card now, which is what to let go of in the month of June. We've got the Five of Cups. And to me, this card is saying, don't cry over spilled milk or spilled blood. Whatever that is. I don't know what he's drinking. Maybe it's wine. But that's a simplistic way of saying that if you're going to focus on things that are going wrong, if you're going to focus on why you feel poorly, rather than the positives, then your reality is going to be consumed by those negative things. Whatever we focus on grows. And if you're going to see a situation for the negative sides, then you will receive the negative sides. If you're going to look at a situation from the positive, you're going to receive the positive. So let's be a little bit more focused, and let's be aware of our focus is the most important thing. Most of us don't, most of us are pessimists without realizing it. That's just the way society has taught us to be. But if we can take control of our thoughts and our emotions and place them into the positive realm, I think that's going to help us create a more positive reality. So basically, don't focus on the negative this month in June. Focus on the positive so we can create more positive, so that you're vibrating in that energetic frequency. Okay, so let's move on over here. This card represents the energy of the people around you in the month of June. We've got the King of Pentacles, and I just want to say that, yes, there's all sorts of people in your life, and yes, they're going to have individual energies, but this card kind of represents the people in your life as a whole. And we've got the King of Pentacles. And I'm getting great vibes from this. I think that you're going to be well supported by your friends and family. Yes, there might be some strife between the people who are the closest to you, but as a whole, I think the people in your life are going to be very supportive. They're going to be very grounded. If you need advice, they're going to be there for you. If you need support in any way, especially maybe financial or just physical, any kind of physical support, I think they're going to be there for you. Maybe not there so much emotionally for you, which is kind of an issue, since I do see a lot of emotions coming up this month, but at least in the physical world, they're going to be there for you, so to give you time or resources, whatever you need. So definitely lean on them if you need to, but don't expect a ton of emotional support from people in your life. All right, the last card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the biggest lesson that my Virgo sun sign friends are likely to learn in the month of June. And we've got, of course, Cups energy. We got the Knight of Cups. To me, this is about harnessing your emotions and not letting them get out of control. We saw the Ace of Cups, and we saw emotions boiling over or bubbling over in May. And then in June, we see, even some more emotion rising up, I feel like, especially between your closest friends, family, loved ones. So I think the kind of the theme or the lesson for this month is using those emotions for the greatest good to push you forward rather than letting them drag you down. It's very easy to let emotions drag you down. If you focus on the negative ones, you kind of get in this spiral, a downward spiral. One negative emotion leads to another, and then you find all of a sudden you're depressed. But if we're going to harness our emotions and say, instead of allowing that negative emotion to bring us into that spiral, if we look at that negative emotion and say, what is this emotion teaching me? If we learn that lesson and then push that emotion aside, we've harnessed the power of that emotion. We're using our negative emotions for positive good. And that's going to be the lesson for you. How are you going to take your negative emotions this month in June and use them for the highest good? Help you to propel yourself forward. Help you to help others propel themselves forward. That's going to be kind of your quest this month. And I see success on the horizon. So now that we've seen all the cards, a lot of emotions, especially in May. I think emotions were coming up, maybe that you hadn't realized you had, or you hadn't let go of, and moving towards June, we're going to see you getting back on track, and then even propelling further and kind of feeling almost like the energies are going to support a lot of change in June. Like you're going to undergo change in June. And I think this is like almost like shedding your skin and you're becoming a new snake, sort of. Does that analogy work? Hold on to that passion that you feel and move forward. Put that passion into action and use your positive feelings to create something that you want to create. Realize that, if you're going to be on this new wavelength, if you've got a new skin, people are going to kind of react in a weird way, okay, especially your closest ones who know you best. So just explain to them that you're feeling some new energies, and I think most people will understand that. Don't cry over the spilled milk. Don't focus on the negative. If you spilled the milk, yes, you've lost some milk, but now you get to go to the store and talk to the cashier who you really enjoy chatting with, and I mean, you can see positives in anything, okay? You might look at the milk carton and recognize a missing child. Who knows? And then the people in your life are going to be very supportive of you, at least in the physical realm. If you need physical love, if you need physical money, if you need a place to stay, they're going to be there. So lean on them if you need their help. And the biggest lesson, of course, is to harness your emotions for good. Use them for your benefit so that you're not getting bogged down by your negative emotions. Right? Okay, cool. Before we go, we asked the Untamed Truth Oracle what message it had for Virgo sun signs this June. And we've got cycles. It seems, Virgo friends, that many of you will be going through a new cycle starting in June. And I just want you guys to realize that, if it seems overwhelming, then just take it in stride, because, things are always in movement. Things are always moving, whether we realize it or not. And sometimes things move faster than at other times, sure. But it's all cycles. If you're experiencing a low point, then realize that that cycle is going to end. If you're experiencing a high point, then realize that that cycle is going to end, and just appreciate the ride rather than allowing the point of your cycle to dictate how you feel. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it all. Enjoy the whole thing. Okay? And get in touch with yourself. I'm also feeling that a little bit with this moon energy here. The more you understand the self, the better you're going to understand these cycles. We're taught to constantly look outside of ourselves for knowledge and information and wisdom, but all of that is inside of us. So society doesn't teach that. It teaches the opposite. It teaches to find knowledge, wisdom, and understanding outside of you, but it's all inside. And the more you can understand of the self, the more you're going to understand of the world and the universe around you. And it all moves in cycles. All right, Virgo friends, that is the reading. I hope you got something out of that. Again, this is a general reading for a large group of people. If you want a specific personal reading, head on over to my website, lightofriga.com. Link in the description below. I appreciate that. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put those in the comment section below. I read all my comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you really enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release. I'm back on track with my month ahead readings, as well as my bi-monthly readings and my weekly readings. So you don't want to miss out on any of that. Hit that subscribe button. All right, Virgo friends, it seems like it's a whole new you in June. Ride the wave of energy, find the positive in everything, and you're going to have a great month. So I wish you love and light, Virgo friends. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.